If you're even about buying an electric car, one big scary thought has probably crossed your mind: running out of juice, miles from anywhere, with no charger in sight. It's called range anxiety, and you are definitely not alone. Depending on the study, anywhere from 58% to over 70% of potential buyers share that exact same fear. It's the #1 thing holding people back. But here's the twist, the part that rarely makes the headlines. For the huge majority of people who actually take the plunge and buy an EV, that fear almost completely vanishes. While tons of prospective owners have major range anxiety, some data suggests nearly 59% of people who already own one report little to no anxiety at all. One study even found that for 78% of EV drivers, the fear just faded away with a bit of experience. So, what's going on? Why is there such a massive gap between what people think EV life is like and what it's actually like? We're gonna look at why, for the average person, range anxiety exists more in your head than it does on the road. Let's start with the numbers, because this is where the whole fear of range anxiety really starts to fall apart. The real question is, how much range do you actually need? The media loves a dramatic story, a family stranded on a holiday road trip, or some poor journalist trying to cross a state with zero chargers. Those stories get clicks, but they don't reflect the daily reality for 99% of drivers. According to the US Department of Transportation, the average American drives somewhere between 30 and 41 miles a day. Let's just call it an average of 37 miles to be safe. Now think about this. The average range for many new EVs today is closing in on 300 miles. This means on a totally normal day, the average driver uses only about 12 EC, 15% of their battery. You leave home, run errands, go to work, and you come back with around 85% of your range still in the tank. Data consistently shows that on average, EVs use just a tiny fraction of their available range on everyday trips. This is the first big mental shift new EV owners go through. They switch from gas station thinking to smartphone thinking. With a gas car, you're always reacting. You let the tank run down to empty, then you have to actively find a station, maybe wait in line, and fill it up. With an EV, it's the opposite. The vast majority of owners, we're talking over 70% in some surveys, do almost all their charging at home overnight. And you pull into your driveway, plug your car in like you plug in your phone, and you wake up every single morning with a full battery. You start every day with nearly 300 miles of range. For your daily life, the need to even think about a public charger basically disappears. Okay, fine, you might be thinking, daily driving is one thing, but what about road trips? What about that public charging network I hear about? That's a fair question. This is where range anxiety can morph into charge anxiety, the fear that when you get to a public charger, it'll be broken, busy, or just impossible to find. And let's be real, the public charging network isn't perfect. It can't be, not when you compare it to the gas station network that's had a 100-year head start. Reliability can be spotty on some networks, and chargers can be few and far between in some rural spots. But, just like with daily driving, this fear shrinks dramatically with experience. First, the network is growing at a mind-blowing pace. Back in 2016, there were about 200,000 charging stations in the world. By 2025, that number had rocketed to around 3 million. Long-distance travel is getting easier every single year. Second, modern EVs and apps have made planning a road trip almost laughably easy. Your car's navigation will automatically plan your route with charging stops included, telling you exactly how long you need to plug in at each spot. It factors in hills, temperature, and even wind to give you a freakishly accurate arrival time. Your gas gauge could never do that. It actually takes a lot of the stress out of the unknown. But the biggest factor is the one we just talked about: home charging. Because you start a long trip with a 100% full battery, you often only need 1 or 2 short stops to go hundreds of miles. A 20 to 30 minute stop, enough time to grab a coffee and use the restroom, can easily add another 150-200 miles of range. This is why, while potential buyers worry a lot about public charging, a huge majority of actual owners, around 70% in one report, said they stopped worrying about it after they got their EV. They realized that for the few long trips they take each year, a few minutes of planning is a tiny trade-off for the luxury of waking up to a full tank every other day. Alright, to all the EV owners watching, I want to hear from you. What has your real-world experience been? Did your range anxiety just kind of melt away after a few months? Share your story in the comments, because your experiences are what close the gap between fear and reality. And if you're finding this useful, do me a solid, hit that like button and subscribe for more EV insights that are backed by data, not by drama. There's one last ghost we need to tackle, and it's a big one. The fear that your EV will just die in the cold. We've all seen the scary headlines from places like Chicago during a polar vortex, with pictures of EVs lined up, seemingly frozen solid. So, what's the real story? Does cold weather reduce an EV's range? Yes, absolutely. It's just physics. The chemical reactions in a battery slow down when it's cold. Plus, heating the cabin of an EV uses energy from the main battery, unlike a gas car that just uses waste heat from the engine. You can expect to lose anywhere from 10% to 30% of your range, maybe more if you're doing short trips and blasting the heat. That sounds terrible, right? But it's missing the crucial context that the scary headlines always leave out. Your gas car also hates the cold. At 20 degrees Fahrenheit, a normal gasoline car can lose 15% of its fuel economy, and that can jump to over 24% on short hops. The cold air is denser, engine fluids get thick, and it takes more energy to get everything running. So yes, EVs lose range, but so do gas cars. The key difference is that with an EV, you have incredible tools to fight back. The number one strategy is preconditioning. While your car is still plugged in at home, you can use power from the wall, not your battery, to heat up the battery pack and the cabin. By the time you get in, it's toasty warm, and you've saved a ton of range you would have spent on heating. Using heated seats and a steering wheel, which are way more efficient than the main heater, helps even more. When you really compare them, the winter problem is way less dramatic. Both cars are affected by the cold, but only one lets you get into a perfectly warm car every single morning, without ever having to idle it in the driveway. In the end, the journey from being a worried buyer to a confident owner is all in your head. It's about replacing vague, anxious what-ifs with real-world experience. You learn that your daily drive barely makes a dent in your car's battery. You discover the quiet joy of waking up to a full tank every morning and waving goodbye to gas stations. You realize the handful of road trips you take are totally manageable with just a little planning. And you understand that cold weather is tough on all cars, not just yours. The fear of the unknown is a powerful thing. Data shows that people's anxiety about range tends to peak a year or two they buy an EV, fueled by hypotheticals. But the same data shows that after just a few months of actually driving one, that anxiety plummets as a new, more convenient reality takes over. So if you're on the fence, my advice is simple. Look at your own driving habits, not the headlines. How many miles do you really drive? How often are you actually driving 500 miles in one go? For the vast majority of us, the answer proves our biggest fears are just that, fears, not facts. And as millions of EV owners have already discovered, the best cure for range anxiety is to just get behind the wheel and drive.